and welcome once again to my workshop, and I'm really glad to be back. I'm going to make a dollar coin, but I'm going to take you through the process using ArtCam of how to take a picture off the internet and put it into ArtCam. Also Aspire will do exactly the same thing as well, and there's several other programs out there that will. And I'm going to, as I say, take a picture straight off the internet, put it into, in my case, ArtCam Jewelsmith, and we're going to make a relief, and I'll show you how to do that. The more work you do now, the better result you're going to get at the end. So for those people out there that do write in occasionally, that probably don't understand the process of what you need to do to be able to create a 3D relief from just a picture straight off the net. Well, this is showing you that it is not just a simple process and you let this machine do the work, because in actual fact there can be quite a lot of preparation work, if I can talk to you and do this at the same time, quite a lot of preparation work required to make a 3D relief or to manipulate a 3D relief. And so that is how it's done. So I'll just very quickly now finish off there, and I think maybe a little bit, let's raise that up a little bit. Abe's brow is a little bit crinkly. I know he was an old guy, but we'll just smooth some of the crinkles out a little bit, give him a bit of a facelift, just like this. I don't want to make him look too young. There you go. So that's cleaned it up a little bit. I'm fairly happy with that now. And don't forget, this is magnified 100 times. So it's going to shrink down to something that size. And really, any discrepancies that are left now, you're not going to see. So, let alone the machine cut it. So what we're going to do now is pull this selection dialog box down, and we're going to say apply, and there we go. What I want to do now is I want to draw a circle around this, because I don't want to machine this area out here, because this square represents the size of our work. And if I didn't choose an exact location or area to do the machining, the machine would want to come all the way over here and actually do nothing here. It wouldn't machine a damn thing, but it would travel all the way to here, and then all the way to here, then go down, and then machine a bit, then come up and go over here, which is a complete and utter waste. Speed up the machining process now, and that is done by coming over here now and just any little icon then that shows, well, you know, this is a measuring tool or a vector doctor or whatever. If it has a little triangle on it, press on the triangle, and a series of icons or tools that you can use will fly out. And in this case we want the circle. Okay, we'll just try that. So we're going to draw a circle, come here on his nose. So okay, so it is now just picked up that is the dead center of the material. If you see that's highlighted, it's snapped to it. So we're just going to bring it out by holding the left mouse. Okay, that's good enough. 0, 0, 42, 0, and we're going to go create, and there it is done. Close. So when it goes pink like that, you know that it has been established then, but is still selected. And now what we're going to do is we're going to create a toolpath. We're going to do this with one toolpath. Actually, I'm going to do this a different way. I'm still not going to machine this area here, because I'm going to do it a slightly different way. Now, if I left it at this and said, oh yeah, standard raster, selected vectors, the tool would come, would hover here over top of the nose, because that's where the start of the program is, or the origin rather. So when you select to start machining, it'll come down here, and it'll come here and go like this, and this, back and forth this way. Okay, in the x-axis. We're going to do a little different actually, and we're still going to have the same effect. We're still going to be able to not machine all this and waste time. So what we're going to do is we're going to say, okay, we'll do the whole relief, and then we're going to select a different machining strategy. Okay, and that is a spiral. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to come down, start in the middle, and work our way out, hopefully. Start, finish. Yep, that's exactly what we're going to do. And machining safe 5mm, that's fine. Now we're going to select a tool. Okay, so I've just opened the engraving, and it's a conical tool, and it's virtually, this is a point, a very, very sharp point. I'll just get the tool. This is the type of tool we're talking about. Okay, so it comes to an absolute needle point. We're going to select that one. See, ArtCam gives you just a bit of a diagram to show you, a rough example of what tool you have selected. We're now going to alter some parameters of that tool to suit our machine and what the job we are going to do. Step over. Well, that's too much. So what we're going to do, we're going to go 0, 0, 5. That's a really, really fine cut. Inches not even registering, so it's less than a thou. It's about half a thou. So there we go. Very fine, very, very fine. Step indeed. Down is going to be our maximum amount, which is 0.8. Because we want to do this in one cut. The tool will do it, machine will do it, absolutely no problem. Now then, feed rate. Now within Mach 3 or NC Studio, you can start off at 10% if you want. Alright, so what I tend to do is 15mm, that's about okay. That's 15mm a second, which is about that much of cutting speed. And what I will do is I'll put the plunge rate, which is the rate at which the tool comes down. It's set at 5 at the moment, but I'm going to put it at I'm going to put it at 10, because I know that I can alter that speed. I can have that going at 10% of that, and then when I'm comfortable with the way the tool is cutting, I can ramp that up to full speed if I wish. The program doesn't actually control my spindle, so I'm going to leave that as it is. Tool number 1. Do multiple passes Z? Nope. I'm going to leave that blank. Ramp. Now I want the tool to come in, when it starts off it'll come over actually it'll just go down. It'll go down, but I don't want to go and dig straight into his nose. What I want him to do, I want it to come down slowly, but it's going to move like this. And as it's moving to one direction and the other like this, it's actually going down in as well. I find that works better for especially very, very fine tools. We need to alter this because it's such a very, very fine job. We go 3mm that way. Actually, no, that can stay 10. Goes the right angle, maximum right length. Here we go. 3mm, 3mm, one right left. That can stay as it is. Right, start. 2mm over the material. And you'll get to know these things. You know, you're probably going to bust a few tools. You know, setting these parameters up, and you're going to set the 0 up on the machine, and you know, if it doesn't happen the first time you use this machine, it's going to happen to you that you're going to set one of the parameters wrong, and it's going to go dig straight in, or it's going to go in and move off sideways because you've set a parameter wrong somewhere. And it's only through experience and busting tools that you will gain that experience. So anyway, material setup, here we are. Well, the overall material thickness is 3mm, and model position, top of the block. In other words, it's the top half of the material that we're working on, and we want to machine from the 0 point, which is the surface of this material, all right, 0.8 down in, right, and the 0 of the work piece, the material, is on the top as well. Okay, there are other occasions when you're working on other materials, wood or whatever, that you want the 0 at the bottom, or the model position in the material, some of them at the bottom. You will get to know that by experience. So we're going to go okay with that. Ooh, what happened there? See, now something strange happened to me. Material setup, material thickness, 3. All okay. I don't know what happened to that. I'm going to select that, and I'm going to delete that. I don't like it. I don't know why that occurred. That was a glitch, and you saw it live. I can't explain what happened there, but anyway. So what I'm going to do now is, this is the name of the actual tool path. Okay, or the G code. This is going to be the name of it. You have to label it something. So it's I abbreviate everything. As long as I can understand what it is, it's fine. So there's Mr. AB. And I normally give some idea of, well, okay, what tool is it? Well, it's a conical tool, so I just put con, and then the measurements, because I might in 6 months' time think to myself, oh, I think I'll make that coin again, or someone asks me to make one for them. I can just look at this, and I know exactly what the dimensions are. I don't have to pull out a map. I know then what tool to use, and I know the dimensions of this actual coin. So it's 42 by 42 by 0.8. That's the cut. So as long as I know what the cut is, I can determine, you know, it can be an inch thick, doesn't matter. So I'm gonna calculate this now. This is gonna take some time. This is an older computer. This computer is about 6 years old, I think. And it's only an i3, although it's running Windows 7, so it's going to be a little slow, so I might turn off. So we'll press no, and it's going to be some considerable time, so I'll take a break now. Okay, so there it is. The computer has made absolutely millions of calculations, and if you see it is all red. Well, if you zoomed into it, you would see it's all individual lines. There's the center. And you see spiraling it from the center, and that's exactly what it's going to do. It's going to go round and round and round and round and round. So each one of those is about 1/1000th of an inch. And so you can imagine, like, if you look at this as a three-dimensional map, then where you have the valleys and the peaks and what have you. I mean, this is part of his nose. How many different calculations and commands the computer has written into Mach 3, into the G code. Now, I can't personally write G code, and if you can imagine looking at this, I wouldn't want to. So I'm glad that there's a program designed to do that job for me. So there we go. Okay, so the next job we have to do, and now we come here and we say we want to save the toolpath. Can you pick that out? Yep, over there. Just press that little icon, and there's our toolpath there, and we are going to save it. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down through here, and we're going to get to G code. You don't have to do this every time, it's just I haven't used this program. Here we go, G code. So standard G code in millimeters, that one. Okay, so as you can tell by this, you can save this in hundreds of different types of code. But for what we use with Mach 3 and NC Studio, we're going to use standard millimeter G code. It's going to take some time to save because it's a big code. Okay, so that is exactly how to take a photograph of a coin straight off the internet, straight off Google, put into ArtCam. There are other programs that will do this. You can actually do this in ArtCam Express. You can do it in VCAF Pro. You can do it in Aspire. All the ArtCam type programs. You know, there's many programs that you can do this with. You don't have to go with this one. My preference is this one because I like the program. I'm used to it. But it's not a simple process. But once you know how to do it, it does become relatively simple. And there is a lot of work behind creating a coin, a very, very small coin, in a CNC machine. So it's not as simple as taking a photograph, putting it into the computer, then putting it into the machine. So you can see there's a fair bit of work behind it. And I intend to show you many, many, many different things of what to do with ArtCam and other programs. I do plan on getting a spire as well. Change glasses. I can't see you over there. That's better. I can see you now. So I'm going to have quite a few different types of programs. I'm going to be using them, showing you how to use them, and how it relates to CNC machines, whether it be a mill, a lathe, or a CNC router. And I hope you enjoy what you see and get a better understanding of what is behind these machines, what makes them actually do what they do. So I hope you've liked this video. If you have, please press like. Down in the bottom corner, as always, little red box. That'll take you to my YouTube channel with this nearly 145 now. I think this is number 146 actually. And tomorrow or the next day I'll put this in the CNC machine and I'll make the coin and I'll make a video of that. And so then you can watch this and the other one and you'll know exactly what's behind just making a simple coin. So please subscribe and have a look at some of my other videos. And so it's bye from me for now. Bye now.